Welcome to Ultimate Report. I'm Mary Winkenwerder. If a piece of jewelry could best represent your innermost expressions and beautiful thoughts, what would it look like? Creating jewelry is just one expression of internal beauty. This episode, we meet with designer Jennifer Dawes to learn more about her expressions of beauty through jewelry. Jennifer, welcome to Ultimate Report.
Thank you so much, Mary, for having me.
It's great to have you join us. Your work is absolutely beautiful. I've been studying it before taping, and wow, I'm very excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
So, so have you always wanted to be a jewelry designer, and what inspired you to become one who crafts beautiful thought and emotion into jewelry pieces?
Well, when I was little, I've always been artistic. When I was little, I wanted to be a fashion designer. And I went and I took a postgraduate year at this incredible art school called Interlochen Center for the Arts. And on my first day in my first metalsmithing class, I had a transcendental experience. And I realized from that day forward, that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's very profound, and that's moving.
Yeah, I've taken it in many directions. I've been a structural steel welder. I've been a sheet metal fabricator. I've had my own architectural metal company, but I've always known that I wanted to come back to jewelry because it's so intimate and it's such a personal expression.
Sure, absolutely. Well, let's talk about your work. What pieces do you create?
I make mostly 18 karat gold rings. I'm most known for my rings, my stackable rings. I make necklaces, earrings, bracelets. So I basically create around I create mostly around stones right now and the beauty around the stone.
That's fantastic. That's a very unique approach. So overall and globally, what materials do you use to create these pieces?
Well, I mainly use 18 karat golds, and I use recycled gold, but I go beyond most refined recycled gold. I work with one of the largest recycling companies in the world, and they recycle absolutely everything. And because of their large business, their byproduct is precious metals. So I literally use 95% of my gold is post-consumer waste.
Wow. So you really do recycle.
I do. I've taken it as far as you can go. And the other materials I use is I use a lot of diamonds, and I use a lot of precious and semi-precious gemstones. And if you're familiar with my work, you'll see a lot of my work is one of a kind because I'm picking out particular pieces that I think resonate with a particular type of beauty.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's talk about diamonds with a story. How did you connect with diamonds with a story?
Well, it was really exciting for me. I got contacted through basically what I do. My brand is known for its ethical and sustainability. So because of the gold that I use and the stones that I choose, I was approached by Rio Tinto for the Diamonds with a Story because the story that I was working on was the sustainability story. I don't know if you've been told, but all of these diamonds come from one mine in Australia called the Argyle mine. And what was so perfect about this partnership was that I was already using the Argyle mine stones because I came up with a bridal collection that was one of the first traceable bridal collections out on the market. And so I know exactly where all those materials were coming from. And that's why I was using the Argyle material, because I knew exactly where the diamonds were coming from, which is a hard thing to find.
Yeah, it really and truly is. And I mean, there's so much attention being drawn to it. So this is, anybody who chooses to, go this direction, it's a sure bet that anything from Rio Tinto is something they're going to want to gravitate toward.
Yeah, it's a great company to work with.
So what kinds of Argyle diamonds are in your pieces?
I'm working with champagnes, champagne color, full cuts, white full cuts, and then I'm also using a champagne rose cut. And One thing I'm so excited about with the rose cuts is it has been virtually impossible to trace rose cut material. And so this is the first time on the market that you know exactly where the rose cuts are coming from. And
Wow.
they're beautiful stones. Argyle's known for their pinks, the pink diamonds. And so in the champagne stone, you'll see a purplish hue to the brown, which is really super warm and very unusual.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. So let's talk about the creation of one piece. On average, how long does it take you to create a piece of jewelry?
It takes me about 4 weeks from start to finish.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
Well, having a company, we have to really, we do wholesale and retail. So we really have to make sure that we can have a product that is well designed, but also, easy to produce as well.
Wow, that's great though. I mean, that's very proficient. So let's talk about your latest collection. Can we see some of your beautiful creations?
Oh, I would love to show you. So a new piece that I just made for Rio Tinto is this branch necklace here.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's an 18-karat gold branch with a diamond leaf drop that moves. And then up above are some little stud earrings that actually work as earring climbers, which you can actually see in my ear here.
Oh my gosh, those are great.
So it's a nice climber because it's not like too much. The climbers sometimes I think can be a little over the top.
Sure.
This is an everyday type of climber. I've also made a really nice earring collection for them.
Those are
So
beautiful. They're so dainty and intricate. I mean, but there's a lot of detail.
yeah, so the line is based off of a botanical collection. So because the story of Diamonds with a Story was the sustainability story, I wanted to use natural elements. So the line is called Vine, and so we did a very botanical feel to the line. We've got here a bracelet.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that in the lookbook and I love it.
This one is great because it actually works with the bone on your wrist. So it kind of goes over the bone and it feels really nice to wear. And then I also have a bunch of stacking rings. So let's see. We've got little jackets here. Let's see. Little jackets here that you can put on either side of rings. And then I've got botanicals here. So you can kind of have a little bouquet on your finger if you want. And then we have like a very simple engagement band for more of a younger clientele. Can you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the way the stones are cut.
Thank you. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I love this collection. I loved doing this collection because it was the first time that I worked we worked with a trend forecaster, and it was very structured in the way that the designing process was, which is different because I'm very much an artist, so I'm kind of all over the place. So it was really a great learning process for me to go through.
That's amazing. So, where can we purchase pieces from this collection right now?
Well, this collection is now just recently in Clay Pot in Brooklyn, New Twist in Eugene, Oregon, D&H Sustainable Jewelers in San Francisco. It's in Sonoma County at Studio Collections, and Durham, North Carolina at Hamilton Hill.
That's wonderful. That's a great selection. And where can we catch up with Jennifer Dawes online?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Dawes Design Jewelry. You can find me on Facebook at Jennifer Dawes Design. And of course, we've got a blog too, so you can always catch us there on our website.
Wonderful. All right. Well, Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us. It's been great having you on the show and learning more about your beautiful artwork and your collaboration with Diamonds with a Story.
Thank you so much, Mary. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
All right. Catch up with me on my blog, www.beautybeautereport.com, on Twitter @beautypublicist, and on YouTube, Ultimate Report. Everyone, thanks so much for joining us on Ultimate Report. Have a beautiful and successful week. Mwah!